occurs to me after the fact that I'm going to need to preface this video with a warning. If you're squeamish in regards to medical photos of open wounds, or really any sort of gruesome details in regards to medical procedures, this really isn't going to be the video for you, and you really should just skip it. Yeah, it's just fair warning. All right? Sorry. Back to the show. Now, I'm a diabetic and I have a lot of neuropathy in my feet. So, when I tried on my new work boots, I didn't feel any problems. They were good. Walked around, bounced around on my feet. It's good. I liked them. I didn't have to tie anything up. I could just, like a cowboy boot that I wear every day. It's awesome. And they were on sale. So that's just even better because I'm a cheap old mofo. So I buy the boots and I wear them. And about 10 days in, that composite toe has done its number. And I've got a pretty good rut going on in the second toe, like one over from the pinky on my right foot. It's the only one that's got a burn on it. The other foot, no, not so much. But the right one, it's got pretty good burn going on it. I said to the wife, I said, that composite toe is not conducive to a friendly relationship. I said, it's probably going to be okay. It'll probably wear itself in and it should be fine. It wasn't fine. Like at all. I probably insert a picture here that y'all probably don't want to see, but I'm going to share anyway because I'm just twisted. So, wife says, yeah, we definitely need to go get that checked at the hospital because it looks wrong. I said, okay, I'll go. She's got to work, so I go to the hospital. And I'm sitting in there, and I'm sitting in there, and I'm sitting in there. And the one thing I have no patience for is sitting anywhere. But I got there at supper time, and I was still there at midnight. And I was pissed. I know I'm not an emergency case, and they were busy, but I was about ready to just go home. Toe be damned. I got work tomorrow. This is not good. So finally around midnight, the doctor comes around and says, hey, we're going to keep you for the night because the surgeon wants to take the toe off tomorrow. What? The surgeon what? Surgeon wants to take the toe off? Go to hell. Surgeon going to take the toe off tomorrow. Nobody told me nothing about taking the toe off. Give me some medication, rub some lotion on it. It'll be good. I'll stop wearing the shoes. Oh no, that's not advisable. They're gonna take your toe off. It's pretty infected. Uh, that that that's not gonna happen. I'm telling you right now, not gonna happen. Listen, I'm leaving. Bring me whatever paperwork I need to sign, because my big old butt's going home. So I sign out this. Listen, can you come back tomorrow morning and talk to him? All right, I'll come back tomorrow morning. So I show up 8 a.m. when they open. I come in to the doctor, and the doctor sits me down and he says, listen, you're diabetic. Yeah, no shit. I know this. He says, well, we got two options here. He said, I can take this toe off right now, or a couple of weeks from now, I'll take off your foot. And a couple of weeks after that, I'll take off your leg at the knee. It's really your option, but you let me know what you want to do. I'm going to go grab some paperwork. Oh, I'll be a son of a bitch. He comes back and says, all right, God damn it, take the damn toe then. Lickety split, 10 minutes later, another piece of me stays in this hospital. If you watched the previous video, you know that my scrotum stayed here at one point, and now my toe's here. Well, la-di-da. Wraps my foot up, sends me home, and now my grandson draws pictures of Opa and puts in the annotations of only has 9 toes. I kid you not. So that's fun. A year later, while building some garden beds for my daughter, cleaning up the mess in my backyard from all the saw cuts because I used old pallet wood to make these garden beds. I missed a nail on the ground and it went through the shoes I was wearing and literally just put a little scratch in my foot. Didn't puncture the skin, it just scratched it. And I checked it and didn't think anything of it because it didn't puncture the skin. Next morning, there was a little bit of redness. I wiped it with alcohol and continued on with my day. Went to work, put my work boots on. Yes, the exact same ones that I bought. Seeing as the toe's gone, I ain't gonna rub on anything. Morbid, I know. Went to work every day, and by the end of the week, I was forcing my swollen foot into the boot. And once my foot was into the boot, it didn't hurt so bad. Once I managed to force the swollen foot in, first couple of steps hurt like a bugger, but after that it was okay. It was nothing to write home about. Well, I'll tell you what, taking that boot off at the end of the day was something else. After about 10 days, my wife seen what I was doing. I managed to hide it from her until then. And she seen what was going on. She's like, nope, that's it. We're going to the hospital. Sure enough, back to the same hospital. Nurse checked me out. She's like, yep, that's not good. We're going back to see the doctor there. They were still under COVID restrictions. It was ridiculous. Went to a tent out back. Sat in this weirdly white medical tent. The doctor came around and he's like, yeah, that's not good. We're going to need to open that up. And they proceeded to open the bottom of my foot like you would split a lobster down its belly. It was the most horrendous thing. Two things in life: don't touch my feet and don't go anywhere near my eyeballs. I've got pictures that I'm going to stick up here. And if you're squeamish, especially if you're squeamish about your feet, I suggest you just fast forward a little bit. Every day they put on this new vac dressing. I don't know if it's super new or if it's been around a while. I'd never heard about it. It was the most miraculous thing that I've seen in a while. They put this thing on that next day, and by the day after that, the wound had closed like 75%. But there was a big problem. There was like tendons there that they could not get granular skin to grow over. They tried and they tried and they tried, and finally they had to just chop the tendons off and close the wound that way. So now I don't have those tendons to rely on in the instep of my foot, which is a bummer because it really hampers my balance and I keep falling sideways every once in a while. And it's a whole nother reason. I mean, it wasn't bad enough that the bleeds on my brain from a couple of different strokes. I now have this working against me for my balance. The last 30 years has not been friendly to my well being. I tell you what, I'll go kicking and screaming out that door. I'm not going out quietly. Anyway, keep in mind, we love you. We'll talk to you later.